Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your 2025 forecast tarot reading. I really appreciate you guys for being here. Let's jump on in. Let's see what 2025 has for you. Do keep in mind they are general messages. Not everything is going to resonate for everybody. If it doesn't belong to you, leave it for somebody else, as always. And as you can see, boom, pop the spread this time. Main spread for our convenience. Really, these readings are very long. um, but we are clarifying this with the Gilded Tarot Royale. Please, as always, Pisces, do stick around to the end for your advice that will be beginning with the Psychic Tarot Oracle and our Moonology deck. Okay, so these are for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus as well. Let's jump on in. You have Innocence. I like that. That's the Sun card. Innocence as the main theme. Past lives. Okay. That's the moon. So you got this moon and the sun. Okay. Oh, Pisces. All right. Okay, let's jump on into this, Pisces. I'm seeing a lot of like consistencies here, if I'm being honest. We have the sun here as your main theme with innocence. This is for 2025, your main theme for 2025. And we'll get into the clarifying energies of this, but then we have this moon card, your card, crowning this. I'm also seeing a correlation between innocence here and maturity in reverse. We also have playfulness. Thank you, Spirit. We also have playfulness on the table. So something's coming to light, I really want to say, for you. Some deep-seated patterns, some things that have been hidden deep in the mind this year. Let's get into clarifying these energies. This is a purity. This is a pure time. This is a calm time. This is a fun time. With innocence, it is playful, and you do have playfulness. But with playfulness, he's a little more silly. With innocence, there's a wisdom. There's like a grounding. There's a calming from the internal. You know what I mean, Pisces? That's a great theme. Now, a talent that you're going to be expressing this year is this moon energy. So let's get into clarifying these cards. You also have beyond illusions here, departing energies from 2024 and previous years. Beyond illusion with stress and rebirth. Pisces, you also have mind, rebirth, suppression here. I mean, I'm just kind of looking at the overview of all this. I really do feel like something has to transform. You could have been kind of stuck in these patterns of illusion or patterns of like daydreaming, getting stuck in the mind. Maybe you've been sleeping a lot. There's some form of disconnect. So you've been finding it more peaceful, potentially. Tell me more about innocence, but there's a maturity level here. We need to rise up to a challenge. Okay, this year. Tell me more about innocence as our main theme. That's a beautiful energy. The sun card energy. It's childlike, it's fun. In this deck, it's calming, it's peaceful, it's very wise, very illuminating, but also very ah, tranquil. There it is. Thank you, Spirit. Something about isolation or being alone here, hermit energy. And clarifying, we have a new beginning, a clean slate with a Fool card. So I do have to say, I'm again with it. Wow. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Knowing better here. Okay, Pisces, I don't want to insult you, love. So please don't take anything that I say to heart. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. But I'm not trying to insult you when I say these things. Everything comes out of love for you, love. Okay, everything comes out of love. But I am seeing here a lot of consistencies. You see the wisdom. This is an old man. The wisdom from within with the hermit. There's something about being wise here and knowing better. Something about being wise and knowing better. being lighthearted and enjoying the adventure, or even beginning a new adventure. Oh, I heard it starts within. So it starts within and with this inner peace energy of the innocent part of you, but try not to be foolish. It doesn't mean we can forego like responsibility. There's a difference between being childlike and enjoying life and just sleeping life away or daydreaming it away, um or gosh, foregoing the responsibility or the lessons. It's just like it doesn't feel good, right? So I feel like we have a tendency here, Pisces, and it does kind of sound like your energy to escape into some form of dreamlike state or dreamland when there are other things down in the real world, or down like in the 3D, the home, the family, the bills, the something 3D that needs your attention this year. And I feel like we can't forego everything to we can't just throw caution to the wind, is what it feels like, because it's walking a fine line between uh foregoing our responsibilities, you know what I mean, and just enjoying all this too. Thank you, Spirit. It's not supposed to feel great all the time. We're not supposed to be on top of the world every moment of every day, right? Okay, let's continue. So there's some type of wisdom here and a new adventure, because there is this clean slate energy and this wiping away this subconscious. There's a talent here that you will be exuding from your past, or past life energy, something you need to face directly head on. Okay, we'll get into departing energies. Let's dig deeper. We have beyond illusion and we have stress in reverse. Stress is that 7 of Wands, and you see this is like obviously noisy, it's loud, it's complicated, it's hard, it's tightrope walking, it's leaving. You're leaving this behind. It's leaving, right? But only if we make a choice. This is the Judgment card. Beyond illusion, it talks about the illusions that are impressed upon us from birth, the illusions of the outside world, and we can now see beyond what has been causing us here, Pisces, especially with, what's been causing you stress. And where stress is needed and where stress isn't. Foregoing responsibility only causes further stress, right? It feels like here we want to feel good all the time. And when we can't, there may be some sort of like a mental shutdown or a mental check out, or the fun of it gets your attention rather than the uh, the tasks at hand, completing the tasks at hand, because it's like it causes you stress. So nobody wants to. I feel like I'm being harsh on you, Pisces. Like, I'm not trying to deliver bad news. I'm trying to help you grow through these patterns. And that's what 2025 is about. It's about growing through these patterns, starting over, and making life more simpler, funner, and freer. At the same time, not making it harder by like tasks stacking up, things that we're avoiding and ignoring potentially because we don't want to feel bad. 4 of Cups, as I was saying, we're ignoring things. But this is a departing energy if we choose. We need to see beyond the illusion of self. We need to see beyond the illusion of what we think the world should be, or what we think the world should feel like, right? Bubble, I heard bubble of peace. Okay, so you can create your own bubble of peace as well, Pisces, right? 4 of Cups, this is boredom, this is disconnection. I'm getting a very heavy, like, not just very disconnected, not paying attention. So there's some patterns here that in the past we've been blatantly ignoring. And now here we have an opportunity to really put some work into that and really change that this year, Pisces. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Something hasn't been working out. Maybe we haven't been giving all that we all the effort we have to give, or maybe we've been misplacing efforts, or again, just not really tackling certain tasks and full on getting that coming back up. This is an upcoming obstacle. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Maturity. So that's it's kind of feeling like a work effort sort of thing. But it feels like, it feels like part of you is just mentally checked out. And this may be a pattern of yours. Past life. Right, no offense. No offense, Pisces. Past lives. The moon card, your energy with the moon card. This is a talent you'll be expressing here. Tell me more about past lives for Pisces as a talent. Really being drawn to the geckos. And the deck, in the book, I believe the 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 deck the geckos are of choice, of good or bad, or how we choose to look at things. So I also feel like processing your past. The gecko itself is like a good luck, but there's an adaptability here. Thank you, Spirit. Knight of Cups. Interesting. Scorpio, Cancer, or you Pisces? Cancer as well in the moon card. We ended up with this Hermit. Again, Virgo energy, by the way, I don't think I said that the first time. I was so drawn to this wisdom, this inner guidance. While we check out, are we contemplating? Are we growing? Are we learning? Are we processing? Or are we just sleeping it off, Pisces? Are we just doing what we want to do? That's just something for you to contemplate here. But with the Knight of Cups, this is going forward, offering here love. This could be love messages. That's really coming through. It's funny because I'm getting this 3D versus feeling, desire, etherical, some sort of heart space opening. This could bring opportunity your way in the way of love, or it frees you up to offer love in some sort of way, potentially to somebody here in the physical world. Thank you, Spirit. That's just for some of you for this year. Excuse me. There's this like flood of emotion. Now, for some of us, we've shut down. We've not wanted to process these feelings, these very heavy emotions. I almost get like a rushing, right? You see how with the Knight of Cups, he's the only knight where the freaking horse is going crazy, like just losing his shit, man, trying to keep it together. So it's something about an overflood of emotion in dealing with this past life's energy, the subconscious energy. I feel you're being prompted to this year, Pisces, in 2025, instead of running away from something that doesn't feel good or running away from something that is hard, challenging, that it's time we tackle that head on. Because it feels like a deep rooted, seated pattern that really needs to abruptly come to the surface. And I feel like it frees you up to carry your emotion elsewhere. But we got to deal with it first. We've got to get to a place of calm first. But calm and peace because everything that needs to get done has already been done. Calm and peace because we've started a new clean emotional slate. Calm and peace because we ride the waves of success and we don't avoid responsibility because everything's already done. Because all the responsibility parts have already been taken care of. You know what I mean, Pisces? This isn't like a throw caution to the wind. I'm kidding that. His hands. Look at this symbolism. You got symbolism all over this reading, by the way, Pisces. It's really clear. Look at the hands. You may be ready to like toss up your hands, give up on something because it's hard or because it's not as fun as it used to be, not as pleasant, doesn't feel as good. I feel like depending on what situation you're in and where this is hidden for you, Pisces, you might want to rethink or reevaluate that because something about throwing your hands up and foregoing responsibility here might not play to the best benefit, might not bring you the success you desire. And it's because we're still living in the same old pattern. We have 10 of Pentacles that wanted to come through. As we're just about to clarify success. So let's keep going. Future opportunities, success. This is riding the waves of success as it comes. Again, we can't always feel great all the time. You know what I mean? That's not what life is about. That's not why we came. And I gotta plug this in. That's not why we came to this world. It's not supposed to be easy and fun all the time. There are responsibilities, there are obligations, there are contracts and commitments we've made to people and they've made to us, and we can't really forego these things. But something does need to come to an end, okay? So we'll get to this, but first we're clarifying your future opportunities with success. Tell me more about success. I do feel an emotional freedom. But again, it's a freedom and a peace that is cultivated because you've dotted all your I's and crossed all your T's this year. It frees you out of some sort of suppressive situation or suppression of the mind so that you can have a rebirth. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, I just keep going. Oh my goodness. Okay, okay. Tell me more about success, please, Spirit. I hope I'm not insulting you, Pisces. And if this is enjoyable of a reading for you at all, if this is enlightening for you at all, if it's helping you, please give me a like. Feel free to comment on this video. Woo! Feel free to comment on this video, and all that jazz if you feel inclined. I really appreciate your support. We have the Five of Pentacles reversed. So again, with these like consistencies, fives are changes, right? We've got Five of Pentacles and we've got Five of Swords on the table with comparison, okay? And then we have these two tens, Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords. So something definitely has to change for your greater good. Something has to change for your greatest benefit. Something about victim mentality here. You have a future opportunity to outgrow some sort of victim mentality. For some of you, this is a person around you. Again, freeing yourself from obligations that, I mean, if you need to free yourself from an obligation, not just because if you just don't want to deal with it anymore, Pisces, but because it's like maybe this is not a good situation for you to be in. You have to make that call. But whatever it is that changes or whatever it is that dies out here, whatever it is that hits that point of completion with these two tens, it frees you up to take your love elsewhere or to find a whole new feeling, a whole new meaning, this rushing in of a new vibration in your heart space. But we gotta like ride the waves of success. You're not a failure if you're not succeeding all the time. Life doesn't have to feel so uncomfortable just because it's not an easy ride. It never was meant to be. But this victim mentality is a future opportunity to let it go, to get over it, to change your mind on how you see people in your environment, change your mind on how you see success in general, what it actually brings to you of value in the 3D world. I heard effort versus what we receive. For some reason, that's coming through. Thank you, Spirit. You see all these hands? It's all these hands. For some of you, it's like you were trying to wash your hands of a situation. You will be washing your hands of a situation. Make sure that if you do that, it's coming from the right place. But I do feel that this part of you that feels maybe down on yourself or sad about things or wants to be, I don't, oh God, please don't take this the wrong way, pitied or the victim or you know what I mean? Something about that needs to be broken. There's a maturity level here that comes with accepting that as well. And understanding that you don't have to beat yourself up if every moment isn't pure utter joy or success. And please don't mentally check out. It's so important that we don't mentally check out this year and just sleep away the year, Pisces. excuse me, Pisces. It's important we don't sleep away the year, whether, you know, mentally or physically, right? It's important that you don't check out just when things get hard. Understand they're going to be hard, right? Maturity in reverse, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, but I can't help but notice Page of Pentacles reversed, Nine of Cups reversed, Page of Wands reversed, Two of Swords reversed. Definitely here needing to come to an understanding of some things, some deep-rooted, deep-seated patterns of maybe avoidance or this Five of Pentacles energy. Yeah, it's also time to reinvent yourself, Pisces, from a level of peace and joy. Peace and joy. Okay. Upcoming obstacles. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Maturity in reverse. I do feel like this not wanting to put an effort somewhere or not wanting to do something any longer or not wanting to maybe, for some, grow up, or that could be someone around you. Okay, okay. The Two of Wands. A path lays before you, darling, this year. We need an open heart space to see all of our options clearly as the year progresses. There's a need to be very involved in the inner understanding of you, your patterns, how you operate, maybe where you self-sabotage, where maybe you suppress yourself on some levels here, Pisces. When we could have a clean slate and a rebirth, we could feel better about whatever situation we're in. You could feel better about your situation in your life, but it is a choice. It is a choice. There's a way to look at it, and it takes we have to focus on that. Like we have to not avoid our patterns or our tendencies, right? Only when we face those things that we do can we change them. And I always say that it's really great if it's all our fault or if it's all on our shoulders, because that means that we have all the power to change it with it without any outside influence, without any outside influence from the outer world, from the 3D world. We go beyond the illusion of the 3D world. Excuse me. It's not supposed to be very hard, but it's not supposed to be very easy. We're aiming for balance. Not every moment is going to feel great, but equal and opposite reactions, right? Like the greater the highs, the greater the lows. Tell me more. One more, please. Oh, and there goes that page. But with the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, you stand to gain so much here. Win. Jackpot. There's something that you stand to gain. You got 3 tens, 2 fives. My goodness. And you got pages too. Pages and knights. So there's a maturity level that is being gained here. Let's not forget the Fool. Okay, there's a maturity level that is being gained here. Perhaps I'm talking to Pisces or group of Pisces is really just very young, right? So we're learning here to get out of our mind. Page of Swords is a student energy. We have to be willing to learn, and we have to make the conscious choice to do something, to make an effort, or to put forth. We have to make a choice to learn. We have to allow ourselves to learn, to grow up. This is very much making a choice to grow up, Pisces. Okay, let's keep going. How to deal with this upcoming obstacle. It's going to be difficult to get out of your head. It's going to be difficult to directly choose that path, because by comparison here, we got the Five of Swords with comparison, and we've got playfulness. Why would I want to do something difficult when I just want to have fun? Why would I want to go to work when I can just sleep? Why would I want to go to work when I could just have fun? Well, We can still enjoy our trade, enjoy our work. If we don't, that needs to be reanalyzed, right? But by comparison, oh, gosh, oh man, I feel like I'm just insulting you, Pisces. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to be insulting. Not every moment is supposed to be fun. I feel like you do have a tendency to go where it feels good without creating a feel good energy for yourself, right? So if we work for a nest egg, doing a trade we enjoy, then it doesn't feel like work. We have a nest egg. So then because we have a nest egg, we feel more supported. We can't complain about finances. We don't feel like complaining about finances any longer. So you see the way that works. Not saying that's exactly your situation, right? But that's the energy. Hmm. Something definitely needs to change. We need to put an end here to some train of thought, some deep-seated patterns, baby. This year, we have to have willingness to learn, and we have to have willingness for it to be difficult to get past ourselves so that it can get easier. Because really, you're the hump here. You're the obstacle in your own life. And I'm so sorry to say that, but I see it here for the Pisces that this is resonating with. Um, but that's perfect. That's perfect because it's all in your hands, right? Then it's all in your hands. Tell me more about playfulness and comparison. Phew. Something about when it's not playful and fun, we compare it to when it was, and then we check out mentally. Or we compare maybe when things felt younger, lighter, fluffier, without all the responsibility. For some, a healing here needs to take place. Four of Swords, you have to cultivate this time for your own personal healing. There's definitely some meditation, some analyzing that needs to be done. Like if you've been sleeping just to sleep, just to forego responsibility, I'm not saying don't sleep. Um, don't sleep away your entire year. Sleep for intention, meditate for intention, for healing, for diving into why do I do these things? Why do I think these things? Why do I associate with these people? Why these same patterns over and over again? I heard relation to money. Also, maybe your relationship to money or to the 3D world, okay? Ace of Wands reversed. So you have so many consistencies in this reading, Pisces. You got aces all over the place. A new breakthrough is trying to come through for you. A new vibe is trying to come through for you. And if we can't be stuck in the old, if we want to see a change in our life, we have to allow the change. You have Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, both in reverse, and Ace of Swords. Definitely needing to gain some clarity here of mind to harness your inner flame and fire. Now, this is how you deal with upcoming obstacle. There's a willingness to learn here, a willingness to go there, to like the fire is in your hands. Like this is so in your hands, baby. It's all you. It's all you. You are the master of your universe. You're very much so cultivating what you're seeing in your life here. And in 2025, we can cultivate something different, but we have to make some massive changes and some massive realizations that may have been avoided, some decisions that may have been not made in previous years. Um, and now purposefully making a better choice. And it feels like here, I'm also just getting all tongue-tied here, Pisces. Hold on a second. This year might be a little overwhelming for you because you have to go out of your way to want to do something that you don't want to do, or you have to go out of your way to get down to the nitty-gritty. Um, but it's like this is like the bamboo just wants to be the tree. Why can't the bamboo just be the damn tree already? There's also a need to recognize that the bamboo will never be the tree, that the tree can never be the bamboo, that they're both equal in their own right. They're both valuable. in their own right. I'm also getting young and old, right? The polarities, the dualities, masculine and feminine, both are needed. The young-hearted, light-hearted energy is needed, but with wisdom attached. They're both valuable. Both entities are needed. To compare the two, it's like comparing apples and oranges. To compare the two is like dimming one's light to say, um, it's like saying if the bamboo says, I want to be the bark, I want to be the tree, then he's not happy being the bamboo. Yeah. Then wouldn't the other bamboo like be like, what the hell's wrong with us? You know, you feel me? Just an analogy, but they're both equal and valuable. So there's something about your gaining balance between your masculine, your feminine, your wisdom and your play, your tasks at hand and your enjoyment of those things, your passion and the way you earn money. There's a balance between these two polarities from the inner parts of you to the outer. I hope this is making sense, Pisces. How you achieve your goals, you've got to let go. Rebirth here. Being drawn to the lion. Being drawn to the lion and the card of the devil card in the Osho Zen Tarot. It's um not comparison. I can't remember the name of the card, but there's a lion, and the lion has been convinced, conditioned. There it is. Thank you, Spirit. Conditioning is the name of the card. And the lion has been convinced that he's a sheep. So why am I thinking of this? It was in the Aquarius reading. You might be an Aquarius cusper, Pisces Aquarius cusper. You might benefit from the Aquarian reading. Geez, I'm getting bombarded here with energy. You need a rebirth. You need to come out of your shell. You need to be reborn again as the lion, as the fierce. But there's something about you suppressing yourself, holding yourself back, or holding yourself to it has to look this way, or it should be easier, or it should be mm, it should be easier, freer, more fulfilling. I should have more. I should feel some type of way. But letting go of all of those restrictions of the mind and following the actual genuine truth of the matter, the very purest, like bottom level, no, not bottom level, the very deepest part. Thank you, Spirit. The very deepest part of you. And not holding yourself back. Oh, yeah. How does Pisces achieve their goals? Really, you have to be willing. There's a willingness. Wow. Page of Cups. For some of you, we got to get in touch with our inner child, but obviously not live in it. Something about that. Also, childhood wounding coming up here. There's cycles of Pisces. For some of you, I got to say, you're not going to receive an apology in the 2025 year. Don't count on that. But there's definitely here a lot of going back to basics, going back to the beginning. Pages are new. The Fool is new. The inner workings of you, the depths of you, like your patterns, the deep rooted seeding. I'm just very being drawn to back to that. The deep rooted inner seeding workings of you as a soul that have maybe lived this way for a while. Here, 9 of Wands. Walls need to come down. Not everything is worth fighting for. Not everything is worth rallying against. There has to be a completion. There has to be a gaining and an understanding here this year in order to achieve your goals and dreams. If we want to, something about slow and steady as well. Thank you, Spirit. If we want to go forward, gosh, why am I'm getting like if you want to go forward, it's going to take little steps. Be happy with those little steps. Don't just stop yourself in the middle of the race thinking, oh, there's no point. There's definitely a need to keep pushing through this year and keep persevering through something, even if it doesn't feel good. Because not everything is supposed to feel so great. Not every moment's supposed to be perfect. No, but in all realism here, if you hate your job, find another job, love. Maybe you're never meant to be a lawyer, a dentist, whatever, Um, just something to think about. Oh, that's too many, you guys. Let's note them. But I'm going to try to get one more, just one more. We have King of Pentacles in reverse, Lovers in reverse, Nine of Swords, Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Again with the duality, again with the polarizing nature, this back and forth. You got two nines, three nines. Oh my goodness, you got all three nines. There's definitely some tendencies here to maybe beat yourself up, to go with the thing that is causing imbalance in your life rather than catch up on the thing that will cause you balance in your life. That is where I'm going to stop. This is actually, I wasn't going to keep it, but the synchronicities, that's absolutely it. We have the Lovers there, Gemini energy. Yeah, thank you, Spirit. Lovers there, Gemini energy. For some of you, this is about gaining true love, gaining a foothold in love, or some sort of karmatic soulmate, soul ties, soul contracts need to be fulfilled and relinquished. For some of these, these cycles are complete, time to move on, so that this can free you up for new love. Others of you are holding too much in this ideas in the physical world, or that this is supposed to be easier, or supposed to produce more, or supposed to, but all these shoulda, coulda, woulda, supposed to's comparisons, but without dealing with the actual tasks at hand that would make things easier for you, it's all tossing you even more off balance. It keeps you further stuck. So here, how do you get ahead? How do you achieve your goals? Face that shit head on, Pisces. Face that shit head on. Stop avoiding it. So whatever it is, and I think you know exactly what it is for you, we need to stop avoiding it. Have a rebirth here, cultivated and created by you through an understanding of the inner balance of self to the outer world, a balance of, gosh, knowledge versus feeling, masculine versus feminine, past versus present. Goodness gracious, so many consistencies here. We have deception and envy as your advice. Interesting. Being drawn back to that comparison. The tree can never be the bamboo can never be the tree. Something about allowing love to flow. Allow a love, facing your shadow, facing your truth allows love to flow. Comparison energy, 3D energy. He can easily put the mask on, the blinder on, and ignore everything. The sleep mask. He can go back to sleep if he wants to, but it doesn't create what you're seeking. It creates deception and envy. There's also a need to review with the 7 past deceptions and envies that have played patterns in your life, Pisces. Whether yours or others, but whether yours or people around you. Disconnect and boredom. You got 2 Fools, you got 2 4 Cups here. The heart chakra energy, heart coming through very strong for you, Pisces, very strong. Disconnect and boredom. There's definitely a disconnect. There's definitely this need, or sorry, this pattern to shut down, shut down, shut down. I'm being very drawn to the D's. Boredom, envy, disconnect. BED. Bed. Get out of bed, Pisces. I love you. This year, get out of bed. Hope wanted to come through. Emotional loss, memories of love. For some of you, this is a bout of depression, but it's not creating good for you to sink into those feelings. Can I get advice for Pisces this year? Heartache and loss. Ooh, there's like this. This is all coming out as your advice. I feel Pisces, this like stubbornness, this like, I am not going to get out of this energy. But okay, then you will always be so far away from that which you desire. And you create your own heartache. Okay. How does Pisces not do that? Acknowledge. I heard acknowledge. Acknowledgement of those patterns because you're breaking your own heart, love. You're making it harder on yourself. I better wrap this up. I feel like there's not a single Pisces here with me still. I feel like you were heavy-hearted halfway through this reading and you're not even here with me. But for those of you who are brave and stuck it out, hurt in your heart chakra. There's a blockage here. It makes it hard for things to flow, for love to flow, for blessings to flow. Shadow left. That shadow card. Very Gemini. Okay. Needing to face the shadow. So within, so without. There's a mirroring energy going on with someone around you or someone in your environment, or this polarizing dualistic nature. Like, we want to have our cake and eat it too. Or we want to have all the good without the bad. Or we want to have, you know what I mean? We got to take the good with the bad. We got to accept good of ourselves and the bad of ourselves. What are we capable of? Well, sometimes we can get a little disconnected from reality, a little bit lost in fantasy, a little bit disconnected from our passion, our drive, our actual physical reality. There's also a need to look at feelings, acknowledge feelings, but not get swept away in feelings, and not hold on to feelings. Excuse me. Ooh, excuse me, guys. Let's get your moonology advice here. Bigger picture. I am feeling, I don't know if it's going to come out, but I'm feeling the Sagittarian card of looking at the bigger picture. Bigger picture, the whole self, the whole experience, the good with the bad, the light with the dark. Advice for Pisces for 2025. You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. For some, you have to be told that you're safe. Balance spirituality with practicality. Shit you not. Full moon in you, Pisces. Full moon in Pisces. Completion. Gaining balance of spirituality and practicality, effort in the physical world, and rest in the etherical. Adjustments are required. Yes. Third quarter moon. And it's like time that we really access that knowledge or that feeling or that information in order to gain that opportunity to have this adjustment occur. Like, it's very catalytic upon you. I know it doesn't always feel safe, but you are safe, Pisces. It doesn't always feel good, but it's not supposed to. It's also not supposed to feel like shit all the time. So if it feels like shit all the time, then that's the thing that needs to get adjusted. There is absolutely a balance here. Not every moment is going to be hunky-dory fun. We might have to go to work. We might have to pay the bills. We might have to. That's life. But that's also okay. Adjusting. It also feels like being okay with, being okay with that. Not every moment's going to be glitz and glamour, but if you're in a bad relationship, if you're living outside of your financial means, if you know what I mean? It's not all supposed to be shitty either. It's not all supposed to be disconnect and heartache and envy and drama and loss and, oh, woe is me. It's not all supposed to be anxiety and worry and fret. You feel me? So this year it's about gaining balance for you here in 2025. Hold your vision in reverse. I'm going to keep it in reverse because coming next to adjustments are required. Fixed moon with the third quarter moon. I'm being drawn to the third quarter of the year, so this could take a while. Halfway, more than halfway through the year, 3/4 of the year, that kind of thing. That's when maybe you begin to see results, or you begin to see these patterns break down, or you begin to see the changes take hold in your life in some way or produce something in some way. But holding to some old pattern, holding to some vision, some sort of whatever this is for you, holding fixed to that is not going to bring you that balance. You have to give way for the adjustment. You're very close to achieving your goal here, darling. Gibbous moon, but you have to not be rigid, not be stubborn, and allow for that balance and allow for that acceptance. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. We've got to allow that. Ooh, we've got to allow that. You and your loved ones are safe. And we're ending it there, Pisces. You're safe. I know sometimes diving into these patterns, these feelings, this why have I been disconnected, this analyzing of self, this opening of the heart from the inside out to gain that rebirth, to gain that peace, that sense of peace. That brings maturity. First of all, it's wise because it's the mature thing to do, but it also frees you away from all this. Yeah. I mean, this coming in as your advice, these are all heavy. These are telling me you need to make a choice to get out of this. This is your advice. You need to head on face this shit, man. Head on face that shadow. I swear to God, once you open that heart space, I swear to God, once you face what you've been avoiding. And I swear, just slow and steady, baby. You don't have to go rushing all in, falling over yourself to get to catch up or to achieve something here. Little successes as they come, give yourself the credit for it. Understand that it's a passing moment, but stay committed to the slow and the steady for the long term. And make a very distinctive choice to get out of this energy of I'm going to escape my mind, I'm going to sleep this year away, I'm going to be disconnected from people around me. I'm going to create my own heartache because I'm not facing my shadow. Adjustments are required. It doesn't feel good to go there, but if you go there, you're safe to do so, and the benefits will be so rewarding. It will be so rewarding for you, Pisces. But it is a choice. It is very much a choice to gain that balance. So yeah, I hope that helps you, Pisces. I love you guys so much. If you have made it this far, do a thumbs up in the comments. I want to see how many of my Pisces, and it doesn't matter how long, 26, 27, 20, whatever year you're coming across this message, if you had the balls enough to stay to the end of this reading, because it was hard-hitting message. Give me a thumb, give me a heart, give me an emoji of some kind, let me know that you were courageous, Pisces, and that you made it to the end, because I would love to see how many of my Pisces, even if it takes years to get there, how many of my Pisces were brave enough to face that, to take this all in, and to get all the way to the end to understand, to get to all the way to the end of this reading, to unravel the mystery. How many of you were brave enough? How many of you were committed enough? Let me know. I love you, Pisces. Till I see you next time. Mwah. Peace, love, and light to you always, my friends.